For years, the Philippines seemed outmatched in the West Philippine Sea, facing China's powerful navy with outdated ships and limited resources. The nation's sailors and Coast Guard crews often found themselves on the front lines, standing firm despite overwhelming odds and limited support. The world expected a familiar story, a small nation slowly losing ground, its fishermen and coastal communities caught in the crossfire of great power rivalry. But the Philippines is now rewriting that narrative, determined to chart a new course for its future and its people. Under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the country has launched an ambitious transformation of its armed forces, a bold declaration of sovereignty and a clear message to the world that the Philippines will not be intimidated. This is more than just buying new equipment. It's about forging alliances, building strategic infrastructure, and uniting the nation around maritime security. The modernization drive includes advanced ships, aircraft, and technology, but also a renewed sense of purpose and national unity. The Philippines is leveraging old friendships and forging new ones, creating a network of support that amplifies its strength. Regional cooperation and joint exercises are now regular features, strengthening the country's position in the Indo-Pacific. This rapid pivot has forced China and others to rethink their assumptions about the Philippines' role in the Indo-Pacific. The balance of power is shifting, and the Philippines is no longer seen as a bystander. The country is no longer a passive observer but an active player, determined to protect its territory and people. Its armed forces are now more visible, more capable, and more confident than ever before. International partners from Washington to Tokyo are taking notice, seeing a reliable ally committed to upholding international law. The Philippines is now a key part of the region's security architecture. For Filipinos, this shift is a source of pride and hope, a sign that their nation is defined by courage and resilience, not limitations. Communities across the archipelago are rallying behind their defenders, inspired by a renewed sense of national identity. The sleeping giant of Southeast Asia is awake, and the ripples are being felt far beyond its shores. The world is watching as the Philippines steps confidently into a new era. The Philippines is ready to defend what is rightfully theirs, standing tall as a beacon of hope and determination in the region. For decades, the armed forces of the Philippines depended on outdated second-hand equipment, aging ships, worn-out vehicles, and obsolete technology, leaving the country ill-prepared to defend its vast maritime domain and respond to modern threats. But that's changing fast. The Philippines is now modernizing its military at a pace few thought possible, investing heavily in new technology and advanced weaponry to close the gap with regional powers. New frigates and corvettes, equipped with state-of-the-art missile systems and advanced sensors, now patrol the nation's waters, projecting strength and ensuring maritime security. Meanwhile, the Air Force has introduced modern fighter jets and high-tech surveillance aircraft, dramatically improving the country's ability to monitor its skies and respond to any incursion. The acquisition of Japanese radar systems in 2023 marked a historic leap forward, giving the AFP early warning and rapid response capabilities that were once out of reach, and enhancing the nation's situational awareness. The Army, too, is evolving, hosting U.S. Typhoon missile systems for joint exercises and training alongside American forces, signaling a new era of deeper defense cooperation and interoperability. This transformation isn't just about acquiring new hardware, it's about building a credible deterrent, one that makes potential aggressors think twice before challenging Philippine sovereignty. Modernization also extends to forging strategic partnerships, with the Philippines now willing to host advanced military capabilities and collaborate with allies to strengthen regional security. From rusting ships and outdated gear to cutting-edge systems and modern platforms, the AFP is being reborn as a force ready to meet the complex challenges of the 21st century. The transformation is comprehensive, touching every branch, every unit, and every aspect of national defense, from logistics to intelligence. The message is clear. The Philippines is no longer an easy target, but a nation ready and willing to defend itself. With renewed strength and determination, the country stands united, prepared to safeguard its sovereignty and secure its future. Subic Bay, once a major U.S. naval base, is regaining strategic importance. The islands of Grande and Chiquita at its mouth are being transformed into military reservations, guarding the gateway to this vital hub. Establishing a permanent military presence here allows the Navy to better protect assets and secure sea lanes. Recent security incidents, including the arrest of foreign nationals suspected of espionage, underscored the need for tighter control. Militarizing these islands is a direct response, turning them into forward operating bases for patrols in the West Philippine Sea. Ships can now resupply and rotate crews closer to contested areas, boosting operational effectiveness. Grande and Chiquita are set to become the spearhead of Philippine maritime defense. The nation is ensuring its front door is never left unguarded again. The Philippines is amplifying its military modernization through powerful alliances. Its historic treaty with the U.S. remains central, but a dynamic partnership with Japan has emerged, forming a trilateral front for a free and open Indo-Pacific. Joint exercises like Balikatan now involve thousands of troops and advanced hardware, preparing for real-world scenarios. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows U.S. forces greater access to Philippine bases, improving joint response capabilities. The Reciprocal Access Agreement with Japan enables both nations' forces to train together, deepening operational integration. Recent trilateral naval drills in the South China Sea showcased this united front, sending a clear message of deterrence. Any act of aggression against one could trigger a response from all three. The Philippines now enjoys unprecedented backing and support. Japan, once strictly pacifist, is now a major security player in the Indo-Pacific, a shift that directly benefits the Philippines. With increased defense spending and acquisition of long-range Tomahawk missiles, Japan is counterbalancing China's military might. Japan's focus on its own southwestern islands draws Chinese attention northward, easing pressure on the Philippines. The sale of advanced radar systems and the Reciprocal Access Agreement make Japan a key provider of hardware and strategic support. The launch of the Japan Joint Operations Command enables faster, more coordinated responses with allies. For the Philippines, this means its partners can act together swiftly in a crisis. Japan's rearming is a welcome development, providing a powerful friend in a turbulent region. The alliance strengthens the Philippines' security and regional stability. The West Philippine Sea is a flashpoint, with Filipino fishermen and Coast Guard crews facing constant harassment from Chinese vessels. Dangerous confrontations, like aggressive shadowing and water cannon attacks, threaten to escalate into major incidents. These real-world threats drive the urgency behind the Philippines' military upgrades. Chinese maritime militia have devastated local livelihoods, fueling public demand for a stronger defense. The Philippine Coast Guard now documents and publicizes every encounter, rallying international support and exposing bullying tactics. Each successful resupply mission to outposts like 2nd Thomas Shoal is a victory of will. The nation's resolve is on display, showing the world what's at stake. The Philippines is determined not to be silenced or intimidated. For years, China viewed the Philippines as the weakest link in the South China Sea, exploiting this perception through gradual encroachment and calculated moves to expand its influence. Chinese vessels would test the limits, pushing further into contested waters, confident that Manila lacked the means to push back. But in recent years, Manila's rapid military modernization and its deepening alliances with the United States and Japan have forced Beijing to reassess its strategy. The Philippines has invested in new defense systems, upgraded its naval fleet, and welcomed joint military exercises on its soil. The Philippines is no longer standing alone. It's now backed by powerful partners and enhanced capabilities. This growing network of support has sent a clear message to Beijing that Manila is not isolated. China's official response has been anger and condemnation, accusing the Philippines of provoking trouble and acting as a pawn for external forces. State media and officials have ramped up their rhetoric, warning of consequences. Yet behind the tough words, there's growing unease in Beijing. Every new radar, frigate, and joint exercise raises the cost and risk of Chinese aggression. The calculus is changing. The Philippines' strategy is creating a more resilient and credible obstacle to China's ambitions, making it harder for Beijing to achieve its goals without significant pushback. Now, any act of bullying or escalation could trigger a wider crisis involving formidable adversaries, raising the stakes for all sides. The balance of power in the West Philippine Sea has fundamentally shifted, with Manila now playing a central role in regional security. China must now adapt to a far more challenging and unpredictable reality, where its actions are closely watched and countered. The era of easy gains is over, and the future of the South China Sea is more uncertain than ever. The true strength of the Philippines' new stance comes from its people. The West Philippine Sea has become a unifying, patriotic cause, with widespread public support for defending national rights. Social media campaigns and grassroots movements give leaders the mandate to pursue assertive policies. The fight for sovereignty isn't just at sea, it's also about protecting internal resources like agricultural land from foreign and elite control. Controversies over land reform highlight the broader struggle for true independence and food security. Critics argue that real sovereignty means empowering local communities, not indebting them or ceding control. The nation's resolve is being tested on multiple fronts, but Filipinos are united in defending what is theirs. The Philippines' transformation is reshaping the future of the West Philippine Sea. No longer a passive victim, the country is now a proactive middle power, making unilateral actions by others far more costly. Its strategy, investing in key defenses, building alliances, and leveraging partnerships, offers a model for other small nations. The trilateral partnership with the US and Japan provides a security umbrella and newfound confidence. For China, the old playbook of intimidation is backfiring, pushing the Philippines closer to its rivals. The future now depends on whether this new balance leads to stability or confrontation. The Philippines and its allies aim to prevent war, not start one. By showing credible resolve, they raise the stakes for any aggressor. A new chapter is being written, one of peace, freedom, and shared prosperity.